there's a lot of startups doing AI in all different kinds of places. It's a very curious phenomenon.
Yeah. There are
and it's kind of like a big, huge wave. It's not like you can't stop a wave with your hand.
Yeah. Well, when you think about the two waves, there are two actually in the book of Revelation, which describes the end or describes the finality of all things, or the totality of all things is maybe a way for people who are more secular to kind of understand it. And in that book, there are two interesting images about technology. One is that there's a dragon that falls from the heavens, and that dragon makes a beast. And then that beast makes an image of the beast, and then the image speaks. And when the image speaks, then people are so mesmerized by the speaking image that they worship the beast ultimately. So that is one image of, let's say, making and technology in Scripture, in Revelation. But there's another image, which is the image of the heavenly Jerusalem. And that image is more an image of balance. It's an image of the city which comes down from heaven with a garden in the center, and then becomes this glorious city. And it says, the glory of all the kings is gathered into the city. So the glory of all the nations is gathered into this city. So now you see a technology which is at the service of human flourishing and takes the best of humans and brings it into itself in order to kind of manifest. And it also has hierarchy, which means it has the natural at the center and then has the artificial as serving the natural, you could say. So those two images seem to reflect these two waves that we see, and this kind of idea of an artificial intelligence which will be ruling over us or speaking over us. But there's a secret person controlling it. Even in Revelation, it's like there's a beast controlling it and making it speak. So now we're mesmerized by it. And then this other image. So I don't know, Jordan, if you ever thought about those two images in Revelation as being related to technology, let's say.
Well, I don't think I've thought about those two images in the specific manner that you described, but I would say that the work that I've been doing, and I think the work you've been doing too, in the public front, reflects the dichotomy between those images, and it's relevant to the points that Jim has been making. I mean, we are definitely increasing our technological power, and you can imagine that that'll increase our capacity for tyranny and also our capacity for abundance. And then the question becomes, what do we need to do in order to increase the probability that we tilt the future towards Jerusalem and away from the beast? And the reason that I've been concentrating on helping people bolster their individual morality to the degree that I've managed that is because I think that whether the outcome is the positive outcome that in some sense Jim has been outlining or the negative outcomes that we've been querying him about, I think that's going to be dependent on the individual ethical choices of people, well, at the individual level, but then cumulatively, right? So if we decide that we're going to worship the image of the beast, so to speak, because we're mesmerized by our own reflection, that's another way of thinking about it, and we want to be the victim of our own dark desires, then the IA revolution is going to go very, very badly. Yeah. But if we decide that we're going to aim up in some positive way and we make the right micro decisions, well, then maybe we can harness this technology to produce a time of abundance in the manner that Jim is hopeful about.